All right, so let's tackle formatting for the works cited page. So I went ahead and just copied and pasted in here kind of this fictional version of a works cited page, but it's got all the information we'd need in it. And you'll notice that it's already Times New Roman, 12-point font, double space, right? We want all of that exactly the same as our MLA page. The first thing we should know about works cited is it should always appear on its own page. So let's pretend that we have a paper up here, and I need to make sure this goes on the next blank page. All I want to do is click right there before Works Cited and do Insert Page Break. When I do that, it's going to automatically move it to the next page. So if we have text on this page, pretend there's an essay written here. Even if it only takes, a few lines, it's going to force this to be at the beginning of the next page, right? And notice that my header is still in there because I'm in the same document that I did the rest of my paper in. So when we format this, a couple of super important things. This is always called works cited. Works cited. The only exception is if you only have one work cited, then it is just work cited. But I don't think any papers we're going to do. Actually, there might be one that we do next semester that'll only have one work cited. But so for the most time, it's going to be works cited, not references, not resources. It's got to be works cited. And this, just like the title on our main page, is going to be centered. So we want to make sure that that is centered on this page. We want to make sure each of these are in alphabetical order. And look at this. Not all of these are, right? We want to look at the last name for each of these. And notice how already it's getting confusing to see where the next one starts. That's why this awkward formatting I'm going to show you here in a second makes so much difference. But I like to get these in alphabetical order first. D, E, F, G. Actually, they are already in alphabetical order. See, I was getting mixed up because I was seeing bits of the second line here. So I don't need to put these to move these around, but you want to make sure they're in alphabetical order. Here's where it gets really annoying. We need to do what's called a hanging indent on these, which means that the first line is all the way left justified. It's all the way over here without any margin, without any indent or anything like that. This second line needs to be indented here so that we can quickly scan and see just the first word of each listing. There's a really difficult way to do that kind of automates it later, but it's a pain to do. So I'm going to show you my quick way to do it. Basically, all I do is I go to the second line that I want to have indented, and I'm going to hit enter. And you're going to notice that that didn't move anything, right? But it did break this line apart from this line so that now I can just hit tab and move that over. Okay, so now here's my second one. This is all just on one line, so I don't need to do anything here. Smith, Alex, this is not on one line, right? There's two lines here. So again, I want to go to where this naturally breaks and just hit enter and tab. That's going to move that over. If I had multiple lines, and some of your citations might be 3, 4, 5 lines long, you're just going to do that for each of the lines underneath that. So here we have another one, Chris Thompson. I'd go right here. I'd hit enter and tab, move that over, and here we have yet another one. I'm going to hit enter and tab to move that over. So now notice how easy it is to scan down the left-hand side here to see these separate citations and how quickly, since they're alphabetized, I could find one, right, if I was verifying a source. So that's what a works cited page looks like. There's little tiny details that seem not that important, but they're hugely important in the language of academic writing. So that's what we want our works cited page to look like. If you have any questions, as always, reach out and let me know.